Hello, we are live. I am J.R. Carroll, the author of the More Than Human novels, if you didn't already know. And this is my lovely wife, Kelsey. And if you guys have been on for the Dresden streams and the discussions, you will know that this over here is my best friend Nathan, aka the Warlock. And we should have another one jumping on here, so we're gonna kind of miss around here a little bit. But guys, feel free, if you're here, to just drop your favorite fan castings. I'll pull them up on the screen, and we can we won't judge them, but we will. But let's talk about Nathan. How did you get into Dresden to begin with? Because you were the one who got me into it.
I think we talked about this on the Dresden Files discussions as well. But to recap, I'm a huge nerd that loves science fiction and fantasy. Harry Potter really didn't hook me because I kind of aged out of that. You know, we were a little bit too old for like the Harry Potter craze, if you know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
Just a little bit.
But I would occasionally go on, funny enough, I would go on a website called TV Tropes, just looking up different tropes and such. Ended up stumbling upon the Dresden Files on there. Watched the Sci-Fi Channel show that they made. Absolutely atrocious show. Awful. Yeah. You've probably never seen it though, have you?
I watched the first episode or two, and then I was like, I can't do it.
But watched that. Saw that it was an adaptation of a book series. Started reading about the book series and hopping on different pages for crowning moments of awesome and all this other all these other tropes and whatnot there, and realized that this was freaking badass. And then I stopped doing that. Decided I'm going to read this damn thing, and good lord, it just absorbed my life for when was that? Probably around 2012, 2013. And like for a good 6 months straight, I was just reading every single one of them up until Cold Days. I think that was the last one that came out. And then I had to wait multiple years for Skin Game. And that's around the time I think I got you into this.
Yeah, I think you got me in right before Skin Game came out. So I was waiting a little bit after we got through Cold Days. But yeah, you got me into it. I think I was working at Red Bull or something at the time. Mm-hmm. And you were like, oh, you're like, the audiobooks are great, man. Just throw the audiobooks in while you're driving around to the next stop. And you're like, just make it through the third book. By the third book, you'll be hooked by the third book.
Yeah, if you don't like it by the end of the third book, just cut your losses. This isn't for you.
Well, and they're not gigantic books, so it's not like you're reading Malazan or you're reading, The Wheel of Time, where you're like 1,000 pages per thing. So it's like, okay, when you're 3,000 pages in, then you'll know if you like it. But yeah, I read the first book and I was just like, I was like, it's interesting enough to keep me going. And a lot of people are down on the second book. But I loved it. I thought it was so interesting. Like the Loop Guru still might be my favorite monster of the entire series, and it was only in the second book.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that entirely. To me, the weakest book of the bunch, if you don't count Ghost Story, which is just different, less weak, more different. The weakest one would be, the first one, Stormfront, which makes perfect sense. The second one with Loop Guru and the different werewolves and whatnot there, that to me, that's where Jim really started to shine in his own craft, because he was going, I don't want just werewolves. I want like multiple flavors of the damn things. And I want them all to have different, triggers for their transformations and things like that. And you know what? I'm going to tweak around with what actually kills them. I just love his twists on all of the classical monsters and such. And that was the first taste of that, and I mean, it just makes you want more.
Well, and also I think the way Jim writes, he writes what would be a perfect TV series, because he's got multiple different stories going on inside the same story, which is always fun for TV because, we're actually watching the third season of You, and there was like that kind of plot. There's two different plot points going on, and those are always exciting in TV, and then at the end they kind of converge together, and Jim does that just perfectly, and that really came in the second book.
So when you're doing a show, you're always going to run into situations where you have dry spots in the narrative, slow chunks and whatnot. There, you can't have the narrative be purely action packed with just one like focal person and whatnot there. So being able to jump around, you can keep interest tied. You keep the viewer's interest tied to the show by showing action and interesting plot developments, in different spots from different point of views and characters and whatnot. It's a little bit harder in a first person book, but like for a show, it lends itself perfectly.
Yeah, I really think so. And then, and like you said, you're like, oh, get to the third book, and then you're like, pay attention at the party, and it's just, I really think there were so many characters that were introduced in the third book that it was just like so much to look forward to. You're like, I can't wait to see this person again. And like my wife, her favorite character, she's like, when is the dragon coming back? When's the dragon? Like,
that's my favorite. That's all I want.
Well, then I want to know who you picked to play him in this.
Joe didn't have it on his stupid list, so I didn't do it.
Yeah,
I got one.
I do too, but
all right.
I don't.
I had to do Faravax, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't do Faravax, like Dracul, like those, because I think we got like 30 something characters on here already.
There's there's so many. Like, and that's what I was trying. And when you first told me this, I was like, all right, well, we're gonna have multiples per character, and so I started doing threes, and you're all like, nah, man, just one per person. And then I started thinking, okay, well, at least that's going to drastically increase the speed that I can make this list.
All right, yeah. So what do you think is Jim Butcher's strongest suit when making characters?
When making characters?
Yeah, because I feel like, and I've read at this point over the last 3 years, I've been reading a lot of different books, and I've read almost 200 books over the last 3 years, and I still think Jim Butcher is probably the best at making a side character that you actually care about. Because a lot of times, even in these great writers, their side characters are just there to facilitate talking. They're like NPCs. Whereas like Jim Butcher's like, you care about all these side characters.
So I think his strongest suit that when he's doing this is quirks, giving each individual side character their own little quirks and stuff, because you can build a personality around quirky things. You can't really build a personality around just an NPC doing NPC shit. But when you have somebody that doesn't like eating cheese, or has an obsession with cats, completely drops everything when they see a cat, you can kind of start building stuff around that type of character. Yeah, see, Kelsey knows.
Who's the first character that you like when you were reading the Dresden Files? You're like, oh, this is a great character.
Really liked Laura. She's kind of a strong badass, and I just kind of like it.
Well, I love the thing I love about Laura is when you look at that character, you don't think the stereotypical crap you hear in modern day people talk about. You don't look at that character and go, that's a strong female character. You're like, you look at her and go, that's just a good ass character. You don't care about genders. You don't care about quotas. You don't care about any of that crap. Hey, Chaz.
Hey, sorry I'm a bit late.
No, that's okay. We were just chit-chatting about how Jim Butcher writes great characters. So.
Oh, yes. Yes, he does.
I guess before we get into it, I'll ask, because we've kind of been going around, like, who was the first character from the Dresden Files that you really were like, man, that's a great character?
Oh boy. Um, to be honest, and this is gonna sound weird, but I have to say it's Bob.
Yeah,
Bob.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, honestly, but like right off the bat, I'm like, man, Bob is just the best.
Yeah, I don't know if there was a character like how many characters were out there like Bob before Dresden Files came along, and 23 years ago or however long it's been.
To be fair,
I mean, I'm not saying it's not been done before,
no,
but
no. I was gonna say, to be fair, this was what started this whole journey in his creative writing class and everything. If you've watched him talk about it and everything, he'll literally say, the teacher gave me this outline or sort of thing to start with, and explicitly said, when you write this, do not put in a talking head. And she was being metaphorical and whatnot.
Dwight, you are 100% correct. We're talking about a live action here, but James Marsters does all the monster voices. That's it. There's no question.
Absolutely.
There's no question about it. If it's a character that is CGI, it's James Marsters. 100%.
Well, and to be honest, I have to say right off the bat, and this isn't necessarily a super popular opinion, but in my perfect world, the Dresden Files would be an adult animated cartoon.
Chaz,
So that
put the rock
Marsters
on
could
that.
do all the voices. So that Marsters
Yes.
could do Harry Dresden.
JR will argue with you until he turns blue in the face and passes out on the floor. But I agree with you 100%.
I will
Something in the vein of Castlevania.
Yes.
You could do it. Yes. You could do it on the let's say Netflix got it, right? You could do in between the seasons, because really the books are the worst week or two of Dresden's year is basically how these books have been for a while.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So in between that, you could do an animated series like they tried to do with The Witcher, but they screwed that up.
Well, they did a lot of things to the Witcher series, none of them kosher.
So you could do that in between and then you could just be like, hey, James, this is your show, right? And but I also do have a spot for James Marsters in this live action because he's got to be in it somewhere.
Well, we all know what it is. It's the same one that I picked, Kelsey picked, Chaz probably picked.
James Marsters is not on my list anywhere.
Well, Bob doesn't count. Bob is
all right.
Oh yeah, Bob doesn't count.
I mean, if he's not Bob, we will riot.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
I'm glad we're all on the same
They're
page
like,
with that.
they're like, why are all these people dressed up in black trench coats with quarterstaffs walking around Chicago burning things and yelling Fazari? All right, so we'll get down to starting some characters, and of course, I wanted to start this one off strong because he's a national treasure, and we'll go with Michael Carpenter.
Oh, start with Michael. Okay.
So my pick for Michael Carpenter is Tom Welling.
Oh my goodness. Me too. That's exactly who I chose.
Yes. Tom Welling has aged perfectly into Michael. If you guys have seen his scene that he did for the Flash, Flashpoint TV show where he was there with his flannel and the axe and everything, I'm like, that's Michael right there.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but like I've seen pictures of Tom Welling, how he looks now, and I'm like he would be perfect for because he's got that sense of nobility. He's got he's got the build for Michael and everything. It's perfect, I think.
Aha. All right.
In my humble but accurate opinion. No, I'm just kidding.
Your humble, accurate opinion. That's right.
I like that.
So, what do you think?
I went with Eric Dane, okay, because I've been watching Euphoria a lot, and he's like the dad in it. He's a big, buff, good-looking guy, but he's like 50, so he's a good-looking older guy, and he was in Grey's Anatomy too, which I like. But I don't know. I think he'd be a good one because he's like big, manly man. And
all right, we'll see if the screen can actually register this.
Yeah, okay, I can see him.
Yeah,
I could see him.
because he's just like he's like a salt and pepper daddy, and I'm like, that's what Michael is to me.
I actually would like him for
McSteamy. Thank you, Dwight. Thank you, McSteamy.
Yeah, so I guess we have another Grey's Anatomy fan over here.
Oh man, that's funny. I have not watched Grey's Anatomy. Not one episode, but
I end up watching it in passing when she controls the TV most of the time. So, all right, Nathan, who is Michael Carpenter?
Number one pick for me, and it has been since roughly 2014, 2015, whenever the Constantine TV show came out. Charles Halford, 100%. Right. Charles Halford to me is exactly what Michael looks like.
All right, I'm gonna have Kelsey pull this up here because I'm not super familiar.
What was it?
I know the main character,
Constantine, the TV show.
The guy who plays Constantine?
No, the guy who plays Chaz.
Chaz.
Sorry, I'm trying to look.
This guy?
No.
Okay.
Halford.
I was gonna say, are you sure? I thought that was Ebenezer for a second.
Here.
I know I'm not good at googling.
Go to the private chat.
Okay.
And you could probably present Joe. You could probably present.
Yeah, we were talking about that, but I'm like, that's a lot of clicking and a lot of.
Yeah, I don't want to end up
right click it.
Okay.
I don't want to end up.
I haven't seen the TV series for Constantine, but I can see. Maybe. I don't know if I get Michael.
I can see it. I can see it.
He looks a little too rugged.
He looks lumberjacky.
Yeah.
And this is a problem?
I mean, I'm for the lumberjack, but
I don't know. I always feel like Michael has a more like he's very chiseled but approachable. That guy looks a little too rugged.
Yeah. But hey, it might work though. It might work. I don't know. Hey Jenny. Jenny's here.
Woohoo.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we just started. So you're not, there's nothing you've missed. We just started. You're good. All right, so now we'll go on to Charity Carpenter. And I was like, okay, she's tall, she's blonde, she's good looking, but she can also be kind of tough. So I am going with Charlize Theron.
Ooh.
Okay.
And she's 46, 45, so maybe she's a little bit, but I feel like she's pretty tall, and she's played some tough characters over the years, so she might be she'll be able to kind of throw her body around and do some kicking and fighting and stuff.
I could see that, yeah.
Well, after the show or the movie, The Old Guard, absolutely, I could see that.
Who you got?
I've got Ally Walker. The only thing I ever knew her from was Sons of Anarchy. She was the DEA agent that ended up getting Opie's wife killed, and she's really strong, and I could just see it. I don't know if you wanted to.
We'll see if we can pull Ally Walker. Now again, I'm being dumb. I'm being here like I'm the producer. Like this is really happening.
She's old.
So to me, she's about 20 years a little old. Especially if this series is going to go on for up to 10 years.
How old do you expect her to be? Old enough to have a 20-year-old? Are we talking about all the way to Grave Peril? Is that where we're going?
Well, I just
when
feel
she's
like
introduced.
I feel like she's going to be about 40 when it starts. Because Harry's 25 and he says that Michael's 10 to 15 years older than him, right?
Yeah, but 50 is the Hollywood 40.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If she starts out around 40-ish and we go 10 years up, they'll still look good.
It's really crazy. Like the woman that Kelsey picked looks very similar to the woman I picked, but they're entirely different people.
Okay. Hey, great minds.
All right. Well, all right. We'll go to you next then. So who is your Charity?
I went with Elizabeth Mitchell. She's Mrs. Claus from the Santa Claus 2. Weird place to start there, but that's one of the movies I remember her most from.
Oh yeah, I could definitely see her.
Okay, all right. You know what? That's a better pick than last one. I'll tell you that.
Go to hell and die.
Who do you
I
got?
like her. Yeah.
Who you got, Chaz?
Okay, you guys are gonna hate me,
Uh oh.
but I went with I went with a classic example of something that Dresden is sometimes compared to. I went with Sarah Michelle. I went with Buffy. Sarah
I
Michelle
like that.
Gellar.
Well,
I
she's
like that.
aged into it too.
She did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think she aged into the role. Yeah.
You know what, and you know who would appreciate that? Jim would appreciate that because Buffy is like a big influence of him. So
Oh yeah, I love Buffy. Yeah. So
I like that one.
figured,
I think that's my favorite.
let's get Sarah Michelle Gellar in the cast. And
I could just, it's so funny because Jim tells the story of when he got James Marster, when they told him we're going to try and get James Marsters to be your audiobook narrator. He was like, Spike? He's like, no way. And that'd probably be the same way he'd be like, you're going to have Buffy in my show? Of course.
right.
Yeah, we're not gonna get any pushback from that.
All right.
Now if we can figure something out for Giles, for the guy that played Giles.
Just find him somewhere in there.
Right.
Okay, so our next one we got the Lianchi.
Ooh.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a tough one. I was trying to think about her, and I don't know. I don't know who I'd put in for her.
All right, do you got one, Nathan?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Christina Hendricks.
Christina
Hendricks.
Hendricks.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Oh, she is. Let's find something.
Okay. Nathan.
Okay.
I know.
Nathan.
I know why you picked her.
Nathan.
Yeah,
great redhead.
There's
okay,
no
let's look at the very first picture that comes up.
What is the first picture here?
He's got back problems. Okay.
What's the first picture?
Right?
What's the first picture? You got water balloons on your mind.
That's a very.
They literally
Harry
talk
Dresden
about
pick
that.
right there.
Wasn't intentional, but they literally talk about those in the damn book.
They do. He's not wrong.
Oh my god, I love it.
Tell me that's not a perfect pick. Now, if you didn't like that one, I had a few for Lianchi. I also thought that Evan Rachel Wood would be really good.
She would be. I like her. Yeah.
All right. So my pick is Deborah Ann Wool, and she played Jessica on True Blood.
Oh, that would be good.
And
and she was in Daredevil as well. Let's give her props. For Daredevil.
She was a blonde in Daredevil. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is she a natural redhead?
I think she is a natural redhead.
Or
she goes back and forth between red and blonde.
I wonder if she might not work better for one of the vampire court ladies, but But yeah, I could see that.
So who do you got?
I went with Abigail Cohen. She's kind of like a newer actress. She's only 25, so she's pretty young. But she's in that Fate the Winx saga. It was on. It looked really cool. Yeah, but this is
what was her name?
Cohen.
Abigail Cohen. I was not familiar with her. Okay, yeah, there she shows up.
First person that pops up when you do a Google search. Yeah, no, that would work. She would look kind of young though, but I guess that would work out just fine because of the Fae being ageless and such.
Oh, and actually, I'm trying to think, and I cannot think of her name off the top of my head, but I did think of one the other day, and then I forgot about it. But it's she plays in Game of Thrones. She plays
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, she plays the lady. What's that?
Is it Sansa?
No, not Sansa.
Oh, that's who I was. Because I was kind of thinking of her.
Is it Jon Snow's love interest?
What's that?
Is it Jon Snow's love interest?
No, it's not her. No, she was married to. Oh gosh.
Are you talking about the woman who got married to Oh my God, who's the crazy kid?
Ramsey?
No,
Which, what other crazy?
Joffrey.
Joffrey.
That got married.
Not
All
her.
right. Let's play. Let's go backwards with this.
We
What
can-
happened to
we
this
can
lady?
come back
What
to
happened? Something bad happened to this person. I don't. Just tell me what happened. We can work with that.
Well, no, she was married to the not Stannis Baratheon, but Stannis Baratheon's younger brother, who was actually gay, but
Natalie Dorn.
Yes, thank you, Natalie Dormer. Thank
you got to give me something to work with, and we can get there.
Yeah,
Nathan's like, I got a photographic memory.
the
Let me
wheels
run
were
through it.
turning. But yeah, Natalie Dormer, I think, would be a good fit for Lenanchi.
Oh yeah,
All
I
right.
can see that.
Hey,
Yeah.
and guys, as you're watching out there, you can throw down your picks and we'll scrutinize them as well in the
totally.
comments.
We'll clean them out. See
We'll
if they
tell you how
work.
wrong you are. We promise.
Okay, so next we have Morgan. All right,
Oh.
Nathan, you want to go first on this one?
Yeah, let me see what I picked.
Nathan's like, let me bust out Microsoft Excel here.
Actually, I got it in Vim and Linux. Stephen Lang, the guy who was the colonel from Avatar.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Okay.
He would be a good one, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's got that hard ass kind of mentality to him.
Okay,
does.
so it's so crazy because she's pulling the
Did
people.
you pick the same one?
She's pulling the people up on her phone, and this is the first one we've agreed on. Morgan is Joe Magliano.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've been keeping our picks secret all day, and we've been like hiding our lists so that we could fight about it on live for everybody. But we agreed.
Oh yeah.
He's like 6'5", buff. But if you looked at the thumbnail, he's in the suit, but his hair is graying and he has long hair, kind of like Morgan. And Morgan kind of puts his hair back in ponytails and stuff, and he always plays that. Joe plays a good mean guy. So I'm like,
dude, Deathstroke, man. Deathstroke the Terminator.
Yeah. All right,
from
Chad,
DC?
who you got?
I didn't have one. I couldn't think of anybody for this one.
Yeah. There's so many.
I wasn't able to think of anyone.
All right. So who do we got next? Okay. Susan Rodriguez.
Hate Susan.
That's her least favorite character.
Hate her.
Oh man, I like Susan.
She's just drinking the haterade.
She trash.
Chaz, do you got one for Susan?
I didn't. I'm telling you, I'm not well prepared for this. I've worked on it all week, and I'm like,
dude, I was the same way. All right, Nathan, you got one for me?
All right, so Chaz picked Anna de Armas. I'm just gonna give him one.
Anna de Armas.
Oh, actually, that's.
This was another one I had multiples for, so I just gave him an extra.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah,
she's not Latino enough.
I went very Latino.
That's why I said extra. So the one I picked.
Who's your pick?
Adria Arjona.
All right, you gotta spell that out, man.
Adria Arjona.
Joe's not good with spelling.
Yeah,
okay. All right.
I can't read all that good.
She's kind of got a baby face, so she could probably, because she's supposed to be like 20, so she could pull it off though.
So maybe I went too extra Latino because
I went really Latino too.
Okay. I did Alexa Demi. She's from Euphoria because I've been watching a lot of Euphoria.
If you notice a lot of Euphoria actors and actresses.
I'm old. I only watch. That's a teeny show, and I'm like, oh, they're young enough to play the show. I'm old. I don't know young people.
Oh, she's 32.
And she plays a teenager, so I'm like, okay, she can look young.
Well, that's
forever.
what Hollywood does.
Yeah.
Dawson casting and shit.
All right, so
all the teens on the Dawson's Creek were freaking going through menopause.
All right, Isabella Yolanda Monner. And if I can pull her picture back up, she's 22, playing my casting director here. She can make it for a while, and she kind of looks young, so.
Oh yeah, I could see her too.
She's 22.
Well, whoever it is, I'm still gonna
We
hate
gotta
it.
age her up some.
Well, I initially, when I first made this list like 5 years ago, I had
So what? She was 14 or some shit.
no, she wasn't even on my radar. It was who's Justin Bieber's like ex-girlfriend, whatever.
Oh,
Selena Gomez.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, Gomez.
Selena Gomez was initial, but I think she's aged out of the character by now.
Dawson casting, man. They're gonna
Dawson
cast somebody that's like 35.
All the high schoolers are 27. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's gonna be the damn meme with Steve what's oh shit. Buscemi. You know, like he's gonna have the damn skateboard on his back. What do you have to do, fellow kids?
Fellow students. Like, do we have all right? Do we have a Karen Murphy, Chaz?
Oh, so this one I really struggled with too. So I had initially thought of the one that you picked earlier, Charlize Theron for her. So
Yeah, I think Charlize Theron. She's really tall. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got to look. You got to look a little dainty.
Yeah, she's got to be short. Yeah, but like I was thinking if it was Charlize Theron, but she was short, that would work. But yeah. So she's the one that I pictured for Karen, but that wouldn't work. So I couldn't come up with another one.
Well, okay, so we're gonna go over to Kelsey's here, and I think there's a possibility that Nathan and Kelsey may have the same actress because I know Nathan likes this.
Oh, this would be interesting. Okay, I went with Hayden Panettiere. Is that how you say her name? She's like 5 foot tall.
The cheerleader from Heroes.
Yeah, she's from Heroes, Nashville, and then the new Scream movie.
Yeah, she'd be a solid pick. I would go against that.
She's a good pick. I did not pick her.
Okay, who you got?
Good pick though. All right. Now this was one where I'll die on this hill. I don't care if she's aged out of it and everything. I still think the absolute perfect cast for Murphy, and it's a travesty that it was never done, was Rachel McAdams. And I know she's aged out of it.
Yeah, I can see her totally.
Now, if we're talking younger and whatnot, there possibly not aging out of it, you can do Anna Sophia Robb. And if you search her up, go to like images directly because the first image you're going to see is her in a bikini.
Of course,
that was not intentional.
Of course. This is very Dresden casting. All right, so here's my pick for Karen Murphy. Now the problem is she's never really acted. She's done like some reality shows, but what she's known for is she's a fighter, and this would be Paige Van Zandt.
Okay, yeah.
How tall is she?
She's 5'1".
Oh, there we go.
That's a perfect height.
No, she's got that little button nose. Yo,
you know what though? I like Nathan's pick better. I think she has the look that I would expect for Karen.
McAdams?
Yeah. Oh no, Anna Sophia Robb.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I think she definitely has the look for Karen.
And I mean, another good pick I think would be Kristen Bell. I think she'd be pretty good. She might be aged out too.
Yeah, she's always been on the short list.
But don't.
All right, this is going to be one. I think this is going to be one that is going to be like nobody's going to like each other's picks on this. Because anytime I've ever talked about this, people always like disagree.
It's going to be Thomas, isn't it?
Mab.
Oh, Mab. Okay.
All right.
Ooh.
I picked a good one.
All right, who wants to start?
All right. Do you have a Mab, Chaz?
I didn't have a Mab.
All right, so we'll go to Nathan.
All right, so I absolutely love Emily Blunt from Mab.
Oh, I love her.
Emily, you know, so crazy. I had Emily Blunt on my original list like 5 years ago. She was my Titania on my original list.
Oh man, I don't know. She just has that. I mean, I think she can do that. The really cold, distant, you know, I guess ice bitch sort of type personality. She can pull. I think she could pull that off.
Okay, who do you got?
I went with Anya Taylor-Joy. After watching her in The Menu, Like she can do very like monotone,
Oh.
very dead inside kind of. She was in what was the horror superhero?
New Mutants.
New Mutants. She was in that. She's the queen of it in The Witch, and I really like her.
Yeah, I you know what? I don't have like again. I picture Mab as a little bit older, but
She's
I
in the
can't.
Northman too.
Oh yeah, the Northman. Yeah.
and I can't fault that pick. All right, so my pick has always been, and it's a weird pick to think because she's normally known for comedy,
Oh boy.
but Jennifer Aniston. I think she has the perfect look. Her eyes.
She's too old.
She's 53, but you know, I always picture
I see-
Mab and Titania as a little bit older,
I
but
don't know.
good looking older.
Oh Jesus Christ! I'm
I-
literally imagining Rachel as Mab. Just her personality, it's just not good.
But like she has that.
Earl King comes over. We were on a break.
We were on a pivot.
Oh Lord.
All right, who you got, Nathan?
For who?
Mab.
I already
Did
told you.
You already said
Yeah.
that?
Are you
He's not very
stroking out?
organized.
Can you? All right. Check his face and everything, and let's do fast. He's stroking.
Do the smile. Can you smile?
So did
all right.
everyone do theirs, or Kelsey? Did you do yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Anya Taylor Joy
Okay.
girl. Yeah.
So then, all right. I think we're all caught up then.
All right. So Titania. Does anybody? Who do you got, Nathan?
Oh, you know what I'm going to say, and it's going to piss you off. Emily Blunt, because they're
The
supposed
same-
to be twins. They're supposed to be
Oh.
twins.
All right. So
All right.
here,
So if we're not doing that,
we can't. It will not work for TV for them to have the same character. See, Charlize Theron would be a good Mab too. Yeah.
All right. So if we cannot do the same person because you're going to be a little bitch like that, then I'll go with Kate Blanchett.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I can see it.
I can see that. Do you have a Titania?
I do, and
Ooh.
bear with me here. This might
Okay.
be a little weird,
All right.
but I went with Liv Tyler.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I could see that. You know, if she was younger, I could also see her as Laura. But yeah,
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah,
but yeah, I could see that. I could see.
Yeah, I
could
like
see
that. I like that
yeah.
one.
That's a good
Liv
pick.
Tyler would be good for that, I think.
All right. So
All right. Now,
Mark-
I guess the question you have to ask, the scene that's going to make or break a Titania character or actor is, can we reasonably see this actress in full battle garb with rage on her face and tears going down her cheeks? Can she do angry crying right?
Can't you do angry crying right? I like it. See, now again, my original pick was Emily Blunt for Titania, but I've since changed my mind over the years, and I'm going with a little bit older but still attractive, good actress, Jennifer Lopez. I'm going with Jennifer Lopez because she's summer, right? She's tanned, you know. She's kind of got that summer feel, whereas you got super pale on the other side, you know.
I like that one.
So that's my pick.
So you picked wrong.
Oh, I picked wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's not in the folklore. I'm just saying.
Shame.
Not canon.
Shame. Who you got?
Okay, I went with Amanda. How do you say her last name? Seyfried.
Seyfried.
She did Mean Girl.
She's
She
been in
was
a lot
in
of stuff.
Time, Mamma Mia.
Yeah, she's the main girl from In Time. If you remember her.
Jennifer's Body. She was like
Time?
Okay,
In
I
Yeah,
know who
she-
you're talking about.
That
Yeah,
was Justin Timberlake's girlfriend, or high class lady girlfriend, where he was the low class guy. That was a great movie, by the way. Good reference.
In time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I just liked her because like she's got like a nice gentle face and she kind of matches with the other person I picked as Mab.
Yeah, I mean, if not that, I could also see her as Aurora. I think she'd
Yeah.
be a good Aurora.
I think my pick for Aurora is going to be controversial as well.
Oh god.
But okay, so the next one is Maeve. Who can play crazy? Who can play crazy here? I'll go first on this one, and I'm going to go with Emma Roberts.
Damn.
Damn,
we are
that
on,
was my
we're on the
original list.
same. We're on the same vein on that one. That's who I picked.
Yeah. Emma Roberts is she plays crazy so good, and I'm just like she would be perfect. Do you got a Maeve there, Chaz?
I didn't, but yeah, she's a good pick though. I could see that. Yeah, I didn't get a Maeve. I bombed out, man. There were a lot of these that I just had a total brain fart on. I couldn't.
Hey, and Chaz, if you just randomly think of one, you can yell it out and tell Nathan how wrong he is. But did you pick Emma Roberts?
Yeah, that's exactly who I
That's
picked.
a good one.
Nice. Okay, who do you got?
I went with Hunter Schafer. Okay, in Euphoria.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's almost 6 foot tall. So it's like she's very and she's slim and I don't know, I just like it. I think she'd be good in it.
All right, so the next one on the list is Laura Wraith. Now, I've had this pick since the beginning. 5 years ago, she was on the list. I'm like, she's starting to kind of age out of that a little bit, but I feel like she's still solid together. Megan Fox. I think Megan Fox.
But she can't act.
She's got the long, dark hair.
Yeah. Oh man, that right there is going to be the killer for
Yeah,
her.
she's
Lara
the quote
needs to
unquote
be able to
hot
act.
chick, right?
And she always plays the sexy, sultry, and she's always kind of an a-hole character in a lot of the stuff she does, which is Laura's character a lot of the time. She's the boss chick. She does what she wants.
Mm-hmm.
But she plans things. Do you see a lot of planning going on behind those eyes for Megan Fox?
She's a pretty face, but that's about it.
Hey, I will say one thing. I never thought I would miss Megan Fox's acting until I watched the Transformers that they took her out of.
That's true.
And put that model in. Oh my God,
good.
she was the worst.
Well, she was only in one of them, right? Because it turned out that she was, spoilers, a Decepticon or some bullshit.
Yeah.
That's something stupid.
But I was like, man, I never thought I'd miss Megan Fox's acting.
All right, so I'm gonna take that terrible choice and I'm gonna fix it with mine.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Marina Baccarin.
Oh, I could see her. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that one offhand.
Yeah, she's from Deadpool.
She's the love interest for Deadpool.
I like that one. Yeah, that's
okay.
Among other
She was
things,
also
she's
in
known
Gotham.
for Firefly and Serenity and Stargate SG-1.
Okay, yeah.
Yep, exactly.
I'm gonna change
Let's not
mine to that
pigeonhole
one.
her.
That was a good one.
All right, so who do you got?
I went with Elizabeth Gillies. She was on Victorious on Nickelodeon, just by the way. And she was on a show called Dynasty. She's just kind of got that bitchy, nice face. And I think it would go good with Laura.
I can see that. The first picture right there, she got that bitchy face going.
Bad pick. Bad pick.
I like it.
She's
Oh,
awesome.
no, actually, look at her with really auburn blacker hair. I can see that.
I liked it. Because I was trying to go outside the box a little bit. Trying to think of weird ones.
She also looks like she would not leave turds in the toilet. That's what Megan Fox does.
Oh my gosh. All right, Chaz, do you got one for us?
So on this one, I also thought that if I have Liv Tyler down for two of them, and this is the other one.
I can see that. I can
That's fine.
I could also see Ryan Reynolds' wife, Blake Lively.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
Dark hair.
I could see that. Yeah.
All right, so now here's one I don't think anyone's going to agree with me on, but I put her on the thumbnail, Aurora, and I have Massey Williams.
I went with Emma Roberts on this one.
Massey Williams, of course, Sansa.
Oh,
she wasn't
that's
Sansa.
an
she was
for Aurora.
Oh, no, yeah, she was Arya.
Arya.
Yeah.
For the character of Aurora?
For
That's dumb,
Aurora.
right?
Yeah, look.
Interesting.
I mean, you can't see the thumbnail, but look up her as a blonde.
No, that's stupid.
Works.
Mm-mm.
Works.
Nope, not this one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know.
It's okay. You can tell him he's wrong.
Because she's really dainty, and I was like, that's kind of how they pictured Aurora, as this little dainty, can't do anything for herself.
Mm-mm.
So, all right, Aurora is going to have to be she needs to be a character that belies a lot of sinisterness underneath her, but looks absolutely innocent and pure of heart.
That's what I was going for.
Well, you failed.
See, that's why I went with Emma Roberts, because she's got a very sweet face. I know you guys were talking about her earlier,
but I think Emma Roberts, again, young Emma Roberts, yeah, I would agree. But Emma Roberts is kind of aged out because I am, of course, a producer who is actually making this show.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Yeah, okay. Okay.
but who do you got, Nathan?
All right, so I went with Erin Moriarty. She's Starlight from The Boys.
Ooh.
Okay,
That would be a
okay.
good one. Good one, Nathan. I like that one. I want to change that one too.
Do you have an Aurora?
I do, and now I've lost her name. I thought I put it down, so I'm looking her up again, but I know who it is. She would have to go blonde for it, but I think Daphne
Okay.
King could pull her off
That sounds familiar.
from His Dark Materials.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, she played Lyra in His Dark Materials,
and
I think-
X-23 in Logan.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, she'd have to go blonde, but I think she'd be.
I could do
a
that
good
one.
fit.
I could see that. That's not the worst pick you've had yet.
Of the ones I've actually had.
So,
Oh,
all right, I'm looking at pictures of Macy Williams here with blonde hair and stuff, and she's blonding. She's like bleaching her eyebrows too, and that makes them not show up at all. She just looks like she's just Cro-Mag, has no brow or has a brow.
Okay, this is one I'm not budging on. I have not budged on, and I will stay with this actor.
All right, we got a hill he's gonna die on.
Yes, Lash.
Ooh.
I am picking Chloe Grace Moretz.
You know what? I didn't have a pick for Lash, but yeah, that'd be a good one.
All right, man. Mine is just I don't know. I liked it. I went with Scarlett Johansson. I liked her as Lash.
Ooh, I think
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
that's a good one too.
You know what?
Yeah,
That wouldn't be bad. But yeah,
because
this is-
Chloe comes off as too young, but that might be what she's going for. You know, like because it's a fallen angel makes whatever body she wants. you know?
yeah.
That's
Okay. She's got her for another character. That's nice. I like it. I like how we're all like blending. Did you have one for Lash?
I didn't, but I could see, like, I think I would probably pick ScarJo over her though.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna side with Nathan on that one,
Well,
dude.
you
Yeah.
want somebody that
Although-
can really pull
Although
off
Scarlett
seduction.
Johansson is aged out of it at this point, unfortunately, probably.
See,
but
My mind went to I wanted to find somebody that could really, really easily pull off seduction, and I just don't think Chloe could do it as good as Scarlett.
It's weird
Yeah.
because I agree with that because I still think of her as a child. Like I'd be like, ugh, if I seen her trying to be sexy.
Well,
Like
she's
I'm
like
so-
27.
I know, but like
I don't
still
care.
think of her as a
I
baby.
watched her in Amityville. She almost jumped off of a roof. She was like,
She's
eight.
still a baby.
All right, so this one was one of the hardest ones for me to pick.
Oh, you shit! I almost picked her.
Yeah. So I don't
What we
actually
got?
like that. I don't like that picture.
Is it
first.
because
It's
we
gonna be
started
one of the
watching?
mothers, isn't it?
Is it because
No.
we started
This is
watching that?
Molly Carpenter.
oh,
Molly.
oh,
Okay, this one
What we
took
got?
me forever. I actually changed my original pick because my original pick. Oh yeah, Hit Girl. Yeah, she'll always be Hit
Yeah.
Girl. Okay, I picked Elle Fanning
No,
She's
I
from
mean
The
I
Great.
like Elle.
because she's like 5'10", you know, and she kind of looks like Charlize Theron a little bit too. So it
Yeah.
can, you know, they can play mother daughter, you know. And
All
of course, I'm picking Molly as the 20-year-old Molly, you know.
okay. I was gonna say.
Oh, you don't
'cause,
want to
yeah.
cast the 14-year-old Joe?
Well, I mean, they'll cast whoever they want because then as the
They'll
season,
cast the 20-year-old and just age her down.
yeah, because what will happen is, you know, the first season's going to be like Stormfront and Full Moon together, you know. So we'll probably end up jumping a few years ahead, and then she can just come in as the high school, you know, Molly.
All right, so I'm going to give you guys two for Molly here because I had four. All right, and I'm not going to waste time doing all of them. But
You want mine?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. You
Chaz, go
go
for it,
ahead,
go for
Chaz. Yeah.
Okay. I got Emma Myers.
That sounds familiar.
She played Enid in Wednesday. She was Wednesday's
oh,
roommate.
that's a good one. I like
That is a
that.
good one.
And so she's 21, but
Okay.
she looks really young. Like she could totally
Okay.
pull off a mid-teenager to start off with and then move forward.
Yeah, she could age into the
Yeah.
character really. Yeah,
So
Yeah,
here's the thing.
make her blonde. Yeah,
Here's the only
she's
thing about her.
fantastic too. I don't know if you saw Wednesday, but she was
Oh,
really
she was
good.
great as
Yeah.
the werewolf and everything.
Yep.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Basically, she was the sugar to Wednesday's spice.
Right.
The bubbly, happy, sunshine to doom and gloom.
That's a
It's
good
a good
pick. That's a good
contrast.
pick.
I like that one.
Now, only thing about her would be she's only 5'3". I mean, she's almost certainly not going to be grown anymore.
That's true. That's
the only thing.
Yeah. I think we could probably work. We could work with it. I like the look. The look was good.
Yeah.
Who you got, Nathan?
I've noticed with a lot of Hollywood adaptations, they don't always pay super keen attention to height.
Yeah.
Because in the comics, Logan is a shorty, right? And here we've got Hugh Jackman playing Logan.
But Hugh Jackman is Logan.
Yeah. Wolverine's only 5. Wolverine's only
like 5'2" or 5'1",
5'4" or something like that.
Yeah, right.
Because they even said when they casted Hugh Jackman, they're like, they might not like you because you're way too tall to be Logan, but he's perfect. So
yeah.
It could work. I think for the height, I think the main ones have to be like Michael, Harry, Morgan, like the big guys have to be big guys.
Yeah, you have to get tall guys for those.
I like to look at it like this. Everything has to be within frame of reference. So if you get a 6'5" guy to play Harry, then you shouldn't get anyone that's like anyone above 6'2" or something. Because there's got to be some difference in the heights there, and then you could just lower the height for all the women and everything to make them looking up at the giant redwood that is Harry.
Hey, they could even do practical special effects like with Lord of the Rings. Remember that one scene where Gandalf was like super tall?
Yeah, very true.
I definitely think that's what they'll do for like Donar Vadarong and some of those other people.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll just CGI them up real big.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so so we all done, Molly?
Oh no, mine was Chloe.
Yeah,
my pick was Chloe
so she picked Chloe Grace Moretz for Molly,
and I never told you mine.
Okay, what you got?
All right, so number 1 pick is Violet Bean, and that's with a silent E. And number 2 pick is Florence Pugh. P-U-G-H is her last name. She plays Black Widow's sister.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that one.
I can see that.
Yeah, that is a good pick.
All right,
and Violet Bean is Jesse Quick on The Flash.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so this is one we all have to agree on because if you don't, you're wrong. So Guard.
Gwendolyn Christie.
Gwendolyn Christie.
Yes, I
agree. No.
That's who I
can
thought.
completely agree with you on that one. That's
like, she's made to be Guard. Like
she is. Yeah. And the cool thing about her is like she has this really imposing height and physicality, and she's also super gorgeous. And I get that vibe from Guard. So,
I definitely think because she kind of played the same character on Game of Thrones. Just totally. a big, badass. And then she's like, making people think maybe you underestimate her, and then she kills you. Right. And of course, let's see who. All right, and this will be a good. I'd like to hear who picked this. So, Ebenezer McCoy.
Oh,
all right. This is another one I have multiple picks.
All right, who's your number 1 draft pick, Nathan?
All right, so Ebenezer. Number 1 is James Cosmo. And number 2 is Brendan Gleeson. Both of them were in Braveheart. They played father and son.
Well, okay. You know what? I'm not going to hate on that pick, Nathan. I thought I was going to hate on your picks. Either of those guys.
You drink the haterade.
I'm not going to hate on them. They're not as good as my pick, but I'll
you better not say Graham McTavish or something.
Well, now we have to hear your pick, JR. Now we have to hear
my pick is Jim Beaver.
Ooh.
Jim Beaver.
He basically plays Ebenezer in Supernatural.
He's Bobby.
I
Idiot.
can see that.
Oh Jesus!
You idiots.
Oh my God, he's 73
I
though.
could see that.
Well, mine are old as hell too, so I can't really say
I
much.
can't wait to meet these characters in the book.
And
Oh.
what was your wife saying?
I picked Kevin Costner because I really like him because he's
Look at
really
that.
good looking.
Look at it. She's just like, I just want some good looking older men up in here.
I'm married to you. I like them older. But with Kevin Costner in Yellowstone, I'm just like, yeah, I could see it.
I feel like Kevin Costner's too. Okay, like I think he's too
We're gonna blow our
like.
budget on him.
Well, yeah, blow your budget, and he's a good looking guy. Come on now, like you're not supposed to be like Ebenezer's a good looking guy. No,
I think instead of daddy, he's like granddaddy. Okay.
Jesus Christ!
Hey,
Uncle Bobby.
Oh no, this one. This is one.
Oh, I
Jeffrey
had to
Dean
throw-
Morgan.
Oh, Jeffrey D. Morgan would be good. Yeah.
Well, he was a backup
Yeah,
for. Where was it? For
Do
my
you got-
for me. He
do
was
you
one of
got
my
one?
backups.
Who you got for Ebenezer there, Chad?
I do. So my first pick was Kevin Costner.
Okay.
Totally Kevin Costner. My second pick is Jeff Bridges.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
I like
Yep.
that. I like
I
that.
can see that.
What was
Yeah,
that Western he was in?
And
What's that
yeah,
called?
you were
True
talking
Grit.
about them being too pretty, too handsome, JR. But honestly, for a TV show, you know they're going to get pretty guys.
Yeah. You
know
got
they're
to.
gonna
Like
get
it's
attractive
not
men
real.
to play
Yeah,
them.
I mean,
you've
just-
never
just-
seen.
Just
you know,
scar him up some. Scar him up some. Make him grow out a kind of a scraggly ass beard or something. Now you can ugly him up. If that doesn't work, hit him with a shovel. Do something.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. What do we got here? All right. Arthur Langtree, the Merlin. Do you got one for us, Chaz?
Okay, so this is going to be controversial
Oh, okay.
because you know the best wizard around is always going to be Gandalf, and so I know he's a
McKellen.
bit old for the
Yeah.
role, but I'd say Ian McKellen. I'm sorry, I had to go with Ian McKellen.
He's still going, man. I mean, he's
He
out there
is.
still making movies, and
Well, I mean, I went pretty old too. My guy's 79. The guy I
do
picked.
we really want to see Gandalf being an asshole though? Because
yes,
Yes,
yeah.
100%.
he is the original Magneto.
He is,
But Magneto's not an asshole most
Oh
of the
yeah,
time.
he is.
Oh, yeah, he is. He's totally
He's an
asshole.
extremist, and he's kind of a bigot, I guess. But like,
I guess just a little.
Who you got?
I went with Ben Kingsley.
Oh,
Like I said,
I can see that.
He's
Sure.
older, but I really like him, and I think he'd do good.
He's good in anything he does.
Exactly.
So I you know, who you got, Nathan? So I can tell you you're wrong.
I got Charles Dance.
Who's
Oh,
that?
Charles Dance would be excellent.
Sounds familiar.
He
Charles.
was Tywin Lannister in Game of
Tywin.
Thrones, JR.
Oh, that would be good.
You know what?
He
I
would
don't
be
hate
good.
that pick, Nathan. I don't hate it. Even
Yeah.
Man, I am catching a
the
lot of
entire
shit
year
from you today.
I'm being a grumpy gay guy.
I love it. Yep.
Now,
All right. So
Joe, don't you
here's my
forget, I
pick.
know where you live, man.
Here's my pick, and this guy would finally be allowed to use his real accent. Hugh Laurie.
Oh,
Ooh,
I could see that.
I like that
I
one.
could see Hugh Laurie. Sure.
I like that one.
Yeah. He made too much money as House because he's not doing enough. I need to see him in more things. He's awesome.
well, you're gonna have to pay out the nose for it then.
I
There goes
rarely
the
agree with you,
the
but-
10th season. We're just
There
gonna
goes-
cut this off at 9.
We blew the budget. All right. Do we have how many people we got for Martha Liberty?
I didn't do one for Martha.
Yeah, I didn't get one either.
I'm picking Vivica A. Fox for Martha Liberty. You know, she's kind of aged into that older,
Yeah.
and she hasn't done a lot recently, so you know she might not be too expensive for us now.
Yeah, I could see that though. Sure.
Did
Yeah,
you
I
get
didn't have-
one?
I didn't have one for that.
All
Yeah,
right.
neither.
All right. Some of these were hard to find. All right. Ancient Mai.
I didn't have one.
Do we
for
have
that.
one for Ancient
Oh.
Mai?
Yeah, I had
Oh, okay.
I had one for Ancient Mai. I had a couple for Ancient Mai, depending on
Okay.
depending on what age we want to have Ancient Mai. Michelle Yeoh.
Oh, how you spell that
Uh,
last name? Is
uh,
that Yeoh?
Yeoh. Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
that's who I
Amy.
picked.
Yeah,
Everywhere all at once.
nice.
Yep.
And my
That
other
would be who I
one,
picked.
was Ming Na Wen.
Okay. I think we were kind of looking in the same zone. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's exactly who I picked. That's awesome. And you said you didn't have one for her?
No,
Nathan?
I went with that.
Okay.
I was gonna say if I were to pick anyone, it's the woman from
Okay.
Everything Everywhere All at Once, and that just happened to be her.
Yeah. Do we have the gatekeeper?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll let Kelsey go first because she's been super excited because she thinks this guy's a hottie and she wants him she has to have him somewhere in the show.
And I picked here because he's important to me, okay?
Okay.
I went with Idris. Yeah.
Elba?
Ooh, that's a good pick, actually. Yeah, I could.
I don't know, I really like him.
Yeah.
Did you?
He should be taller though. But I like Idris about that. I like Idris, but like
I feel like the gatekeeper's not in it so much that they could
not that it matters too much.
Yeah, they could do some, put him on a platform when he's talking or something. Oh no, here we go.
Yeah.
We got another Idris fan.
Yep. Everybody loves Idris. Does anybody not love Idris? I mean,
he's good in it. He's another actor that's good in anything he does.
Yeah, totally. Like I haven't seen the movie yet, but if they were looking to race swap Roland Deschain, I thought he was a perfect casting for the Dark Tower.
I actually never watched that because I was told that it was nothing like the books.
I haven't seen it yet. I do want to eventually, but I thought he was a perfect casting for the Dark Tower.
Okay, well, we're almost to Thomas.
Now I do have a pick for the Gatekeeper.
Okay, yeah. I was just letting her know.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Because she's asking.
The Gatekeeper, I went with Manu Bennett. Deathstroke he played Deathstroke on Arrow.
Oh,
and he also played Al-Anon in the adaptation that we won't talk about for Shannara.
Talking about my man.
He's the only thing I know about the.
I had to highlight it.
Oh, well, here's your other man.
Padalecki was my pick for Harry for the longest time, but he's too old.
That was probably my way original pick was Jared Padalecki way back in the day.
Oh yeah, totally.
So for the Gatekeeper, it was a hard time picking for him. I don't know why, but the guy who played the old Doctor, like he was right after
Peter Capaldi, I think.
Yeah, I don't know why, but when I think about the Gatekeeper, I always think about him because the Gatekeeper's kind of snarky.
I kind of like that.
I could see that, yeah.
All right, so looking it up here because I didn't have one initially here, but I was looking for people I think would be good for the Gatekeeper. I think Ghassan Massoud would be pretty good for that.
Good.
I'm putting it in the private chat. I'm not even going to try.
I was like, that accent, Nathan? Ghassan
Massoud, okay. Is this the link for it that you posted?
No. Just the name there.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I could see that.
I like that.
Oh, I have another one that I just thought of. The guy, I don't even know if he's still alive.
For the Gatekeeper?
For the Gatekeeper.
Okay.
The guy that played Death in Supernatural.
Yeah.
Because he's snarky as hell, and I love it.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about. I could see that.
Yeah.
I just thought of it. Sorry.
All right, and this is one I've seen so many good picks for John Marcone. And it was just like I went back and forth. My original pick when I first made this list was John Hamm.
So good news, he's not dead, Kelsey.
Oh, yay!
But it's been 5 years. I'm like, John Hamm, getting a little bit older.
Well, Marcone was an older guy in the first
40.
place.
He's 40. And he could age into it. But my pick, I'm falling on this, is John Krasinski.
Nope.
Okay,
He's too nice.
interesting. Yeah,
He's too
I
nice
don't
He can
know.
play any. Dude, I have
Mhm.
faith that he can play anything.
I just see Jim trying to prank Harry.
Yeah, that's all I can see. I don't like it.
I can't unsee it.
But I think a 45-year-old John Hamm was the perfect pick. But
I'd be
So-
okay with Justin now.
So John
Yeah,
John Hamm was my second pick. I did two picks. One that's more like ruddy and handsome, and one that's more rugged looking. So I went with John Hamm for the ruddy and handsome one,
Okay.
and I went with John Bernthal for the other pick. He was the
Ooh,
Punisher on Netflix.
I like that one.
Oh.
I like that. That's
I
good.
like- that's a good
but
one.
also he's a little bit older, so he's going to be that older John Marcone. And honestly,
Shane from Walking Dead.
oh yeah. You know
Mhm.
what? That's a really good pick.
I like that one.
And he's right. He looks right around the age. That might be the best pick of the thing so
Well,
far, Chad.
That's
pretty good.
That was a good one. I like that.
What do you got, Nathan?
I had a few. I thought that had this been maybe 20 years ago or so, I think Viggo Mortensen would have been perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely perfect.
Who? I'm sorry?
If we're gonna
Aragorn.
Vigo.
Oh yeah,
Aragorn.
Vigo, good. Yeah,
Kill Dog.
I mean,
one
just
I played
those.
with.
What were those movies? I can't remember the names of them, but the ones where he plays like the Russian thug and everything.
Eastern Promises, amazing movie.
Right. I mean, like he's got the presence to play somebody like that, because you need somebody with presence to play Marcone.
Right.
I'm not sure about presence on this one, but I really like this guy. And he's on he's the younger side at like 58. But Kyle Chandler, I think, could do it pretty all right.
Kyle Chandler.
Let's see what somebody's in. He was the dad in Godzilla King of the Monsters.
You know what? I could see it.
Yeah, I could see that.
And then the other one, he's older, is Jason Isaacs. I think he would be perfect.
Oh
if he
yeah,
were a
I
little bit younger.
could see that. Sure.
As a matter of fact, Jason Isaacs is pretty much what I see when I picture Marcone.
Oh. Yeah. He's always a good bad guy. All right. So now we are on to.
Hey, I didn't get to pick Marcone.
Oh, that's right. Because
Okay.
I've been staring at the picture that you have right here of him.
Okay, after watching Peaky Blinders, I'm all for Cillian Murphy, okay? Like,
Ooh,
because
I
he's
like
sassy.
that. Yeah,
Cillian Murphy plays amazing bad guys.
You're not a
yeah.
bad guy.
Cillian Murphy is
He's a bad
such
guy in everything he does.
Yeah, Cillian Murphy's
Uh,
great.
The Scarecrow.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He
Red
was
Eye.
the creepiest scarecrow. Well, aside from the Batman Arkham games, like that scarecrow was creepy.
But they took
like,
inspiration from him for that Scarecrow, so
yeah,
I'll still
he
give it to
did
him.
exactly. So
Ooh, Bobby.
Cannonball.
All right, I gotta look this up. Bobby Cannonball. Oh, I just watched him in Old Dads.
Old Dads was so good. Yeah,
Okay.
I like it.
I could see. You know, I could also see him,
Yeah.
I could also see him play Morgan too.
Hey, Reed Narsil down there. That's good. I can see that.
Ooh, Cillian Murphy as Cal would be
Ooh.
so
Oh,
good.
then again,
wow,
like-
that would be good. Yeah.
I really like that one. Good call.
But the
Yeah.
thing is, like we don't know how long it's going to be before they reveal of who the hell that is.
Who Cal
so
is,
It's basically
yeah.
going to be his voice kind of muffled and shit. Then
You know
all we're gonna
what?
See is
Um,
the cow.
You know what? I don't know where he would play, but I would find a spot for the guy who plays Jax in
Charlie Hunnam.
Charlie Hunnam has the best voice. So if we're gonna do maybe Cal, where you don't get to see him but you hear his voice, he has the best voice.
He does have a good voice.
I'm sorry, I disagree. For Cal,
He
it
sounds
has
too
to be
young.
Andy Serkis.
Okay, circus.
Andy Serkis for Cal for me. I'm like,
Oh God,
Yeah.
I'm just picturing Cal screaming no like Caesar does.
Mhm.
Oh God, I want since they're making since a new one's coming out here, I'm gonna have to rewatch all those Planet of the Apes movies.
Oh my gosh.
oh yeah.
Gosh, it came out of nowhere. I had no idea they were even making more.
All right, so our next one, the man who protects the man. We got Hendrix.
Oh,
Who you got, Nathan?
I didn't have anyone for him.
Oh no! All right, who'd you got?
I went with Cameron Mahogan. Is that he's from Shameless? Is Ian from Shameless?
And he was also
in
did he
Gotham.
He played the Joker
in Gotham. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just a redhead and
Cameron Monaghan. Yeah. I know
He's
who
gonna
you're
have to
talking
put
about.
on like 100 pounds of muscle. That dude's small though.
he could try.
He can try.
Yeah.
Would Charlie have his Brit accent, or it's weird? Charlie Hunnam has like the weirdest British accent. You can tell he's been over here a lot because his British accent is very smooth, very thin. It's
Did you say Charlie Hunnam?
Yeah, she was like,
Yeah.
could he use his Brit accent or his American accent?
I mean, what about oh gosh, what's the mountain? I'm not even gonna try to say his name.
Hafthor?
God, you'd have to
Yeah.
have so many big people around him. He's huge.
He'd be bigger than anybody you could get to play Harry.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Hafthor is 6'9", and he weighs about 400 pounds.
Okay, let's just make him Harry.
All
All right, what about Batista?
The
I'd like
the
that.
who?
Batista.
Dave Bautista.
Dave
Yeah.
Bautista.
Drax
Yeah.
of the Destroyer.
Well,
Yeah.
It's funny that you would pick him because my pick now, my pick used to be the redheaded guy from Walking Dead. I thought he looked like the perfect Hendrix.
Who was it? Abraham?
Yeah, Abraham.
Oh yeah.
But my pick now is also a wrestler. His real name is Stephen Farley. He's an Irish guy, but his name is Sheamus, the wrestler.
Oh, I know
that'd
He's
be
got the
good.
big red beard and big red hair, and he's like super jacked. And I'm like, that'd be a good Hendrix.
It's okay. I'll be Hendrix. I'm a redhead.
He's gonna have to. I approve. He's gonna have to get rid of the chops. 'Cause, I mean, Hendrix
a white
isn't
redhead
weird,
though.
is he?
Yeah, I mean, I like Batista though, so Batista does no wrong. So I would accept it. But yeah,
Would
All right, fine.
Graham
All right, let's meet in the middle.
Who do we got here? Would
Graham
Graham
McTavish?
Who's
No.
that?
I got him for somebody else.
He's like, his name's like, don't you worry.
Yeah, McTavish would be good, although he'd be a little old for the role, wouldn't he?
For Hendrix, I think so. I that's why I don't think he'd be a good pick for him.
He's another guy that you could have him anyway, like put him in there somewhere.
What have we been watching with him in?
He is
He's in The Witcher. No, he's
yes,
he is. Okay.
He's oh my gosh, I'm in the Dresden mode. So
I can't think of the actor. Or
he's
the
one of my
character
he's
plays.
probably my favorite actor outside of
He
Henry
was the
Cavill.
saint of killers in Preacher. He was the saint of killers.
He's the king of spies.
Dirkstra.
Yeah.
Dirkstra.
Dykstra. He
Dykstra.
plays Dykstra, yeah. He's
thank
awesome.
you, yeah.
All right,
All right,
so Hendrix, let's meet in the middle here. All right, we can't do Dave the Bautista and we can't do Thor. Let's meet in the middle, split it in half, and do Brock Lesnar.
You know what? That would be pretty good.
Do what? Who again?
Brock Lesnar. I could see that.
But we gotta give him
Red hair.
and I don't know,
Okay.
fix his teeth because his teeth are all kinds of fucked up. But he's a UFC fighter, so it's expected.
Okay, so here's a big one. And there's so many different.
I'm passionate about this one.
I had like 4 or 5 different people that I wanted to pick, and so it was hard for me to pick. But I've settled on a guy that I just recently watched a movie. Hair dye, my dude. Oh,
Okay, so anybody that doesn't have my actor is wrong.
that's a really good pick.
Who is it? Who am I talking
Nicodemus
about?
Nicodemus Arcleon. All right,
Who's
you
going
have
first?
to have somebody who can act their ass off.
Who's going first?
All right, you go first, Nathan.
So I can tell you why you're wrong.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mads, yeah.
That is a good one.
That
yeah.
was a floater. That was one that
Yeah.
was floating in the ether over
My
here.
other choices were Robert Carlyle. I thought he was pretty good as playing Stiltskin in that Once Upon a Time
Once
show or
Upon a
whatever.
Oh,
Time.
that's a good one. Once upon a
And-
time.
Oh, okay.
Robert Nepper. Yeah, that was it. I got these all on a list here, so
All right, who you got, Chaz?
So I did think about Mads Mikkelsen. That was one of the guys I thought about, but I actually ended up going with Paul Blackthorne.
oh god.
From Dresden.
Oh, okay, the guy who played Harry.
Yeah, the guy who
Okay,
played him.
okay. Actually, you know what? I like that. I
Well,
really
Nathan
do
just
like
likes
that.
that guy. Period.
Well, I think Paul
I
Blackthorne
like
is
that
pretty
guy.
cool,
Yeah,
but
I think he's a great actor. He was
the
in
only-
he was in
Getting me
Arrow,
all hot over
right?
here, guys.
Yeah, he was in Arrow.
well, he was the only good thing about the Dresden Files show.
We see
Okay,
you
and
then,
I
then.
never saw the
Ooh,
Dresden
can't pay
Files
extra.
show.
Gotta pay extra.
Strongly
Right.
recommend you watch that so you can be as miserable as me.
Okay. All right. Who
No,
do you got?
you go
Do
first.
you want me to go
Yeah,
first?
you go
Okay.
first.
Nobody except for Nathan is probably gonna know my pick. But after watching the movie Nefarious, Sean Patrick Flannery
Oh,
Is-
that guy was
is now-
fantastic.
is
That guy
now
was
my pick.
fantastic.
Nope.
Oh,
He was
That
so
could
good.
work.
He carried that.
Hey, you got my pick.
that's
Yeah.
right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just think
I
that
don't
Sean
know.
Patrick Flannery carried that entire movie with his dialogue, and I'm just like, that is
You would
exactly
need
what
that
you need.
Nicodemus.
Yeah.
Can he make out with his daughter though?
Oh, just you wait to who I have picked for Deidre
God.
and Tess. It's perfect.
Oh, they're gonna make out and they're gonna like it.
They're gonna love it. He's gonna love that. You didn't like Bob from
That is an interesting pick, though. Yeah, I could. I wasn't sure at first, but I'm like, okay, that might work. That might
Mhm.
work.
We all know mine's the best. Oscar Isaac is the perfect person for Nicodemus. Perfect.
He's perfect in everything he's in. Like, let's be honest. I've never seen a movie with him that I did not like. So, yeah.
I just really liked him in Moon Knight, so I've been all about him lately, and I'm like,
and who did you say,
He was
Chaz?
good in- What's that?
Who did you say, Chaz?
Oh, I had said Paul Blackthorne.
Yeah, Paul Blackthorne.
And if you look up some
As
of the
Deidre.
fan,
Okay.
if you look up some of the fan art for Nicodemus Arcleon, he kind of looks like some of the fan art too.
Okay, so Deidre's next on the list there. So let's look up this one. Who is this?
she's super annoying.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, I know who. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I don't
Shit.
care for her, but
I don't like her.
whatever.
She's annoying.
Yeah, screw that bitch. We don't like her.
If I could,
Yeah,
Oh, we don't like her.
yeah, if I could headbutt her, I could. I would.
Although, okay.
Oh God, she would make everything ironic and self-referential. I
Yeah.
couldn't do it.
Okay, so and who we got?
Daphne Keene.
Because why
I like
not? All right, so my pick for Deidre, and you're gonna love the next one for Tessa, is Jenna Ortega, and it will make sense. Okay, everybody likes Jenna Ortega, right? So it's all gonna make sense when I tell you who Tessa is in the next one. All right, so
I didn't do these
You
two.
put her for Deidre?
wait for it. All right, so
I
no,
didn't do either of them.
All right, okay.
Christina Ricci? You gotta do Christina Ricci, aren't you?
nope. Who do you got? Who do you got for Deidre?
For Deidre? I liked, or wait, you want me to go or you want Chaz to go?
I thought you were
No.
asking me. I don't have one, so go for it,
Okay.
Nathan.
Allison Williams.
Allison Williams.
She is the love interest in the movie Get Out, and she's crazy as shit.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
that's good.
Yes, she is. She
That girl
crazy
can
as
play
shit.
crazy
She would
like
be
nobody's
perfect.
business.
Okay.
When she was eating the single Fruit Loops and drinking the milk, that's it. That's all you need right there.
That's all the
Sociopath.
crazy.
Okay.
Psychopath.
Okay, so it's all gonna make sense now. Think Jenna Ortega. Get Jenna Ortega in your mind. Her mom is Aubrey Plaza playing Tessa.
I do like her a lot.
They look so similar.
Interesting.
Oh,
That's
Jesus.
true. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Aubrey Plaza. Yeah, I could.
and it's another reason for me to get Aubrey Plaza into the show.
Yeah.
she's
because she can play some good crazy too. Like,
Yeah, she can.
yeah, totally. I can see that. Yep.
Those were good.
All right, so
That was
I
solid.
know.
I
I know
can't really beat
Jenna
that.
Jenna has been waiting for Thomas, figuratively and literally. And this was a
She would
hard
leave
one.
you for him. She would leave you for him.
So this is one I changed from my original person back in the day. My original person played Gannicus. I think he would have been perfect, but he's getting too old now. But the guy who played Gannicus in Spartacus, the TV show, he was perfect. But my new pick is the new It Boy in Hollywood right now, and that's Timothy
Chalamet.
Chalamet.
Yeah.
Dune
Boy,
right?
Yeah, he's got to bulk up a little bit though. He's got to bulk up a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't like him. I don't like his face.
But he's like 5'10", because you got to have a guy, because some of the other people who I thought looked more like Thomas were like 5'7", and I'm like, okay. I was like, we can't have super short Thomas. Guys.
Sarissa and Maeve.
Oh,
wow.
okay.
Well, they are twins.
Yes.
Such a pretty boy.
Yeah, see, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Thomas is a pretty boy.
No, but he's got like a little rat
All right.
face. Like
He looks like he
He's
smells
got to
like
be
piss.
sharp features, just like
He looks
just
like he
Harry.
smells like piss. That's all I'm saying. He looks
He
like
looks
a guy
like he smells
that
farts
smells
all
like
the time.
piss. I don't like it. I
Oh
don't
my
like it.
god!
I'm not a fan.
All right, so who do you got?
I went with Brendan Urie from Panic at the Disco
because
only because he's a very pretty boy, and I think he would do good
I could kind of
because
see
he's
it.
suave.
I've seen him do interviews. He's a pretty funny guy.
Yeah.
You got to have a guy who can play the kind of fake drunk dummy guy, but is actually not really dumb.
And I think he could be really animated too. So I'm like, I think it'd be good.
Do you got one for us, Chaz?
I didn't have one for Thomas. Yeah. I couldn't think on one. I'm so disappointed in myself.
Well, you can just look up pretty boys while Nathan's telling us the wrong answer.
That's true.
Joe, I know where you live. I'm just saying. All right. So for Thomas here, I had a few. I'll die on the hill for I've always liked Tom Hiddleston for Thomas. Always.
I would agree.
I love him,
but I think he's aging out.
Yeah,
like if this was 10 years ago, I would 100% agree with you.
Now, I also picked, and you're gonna say this guy's aging out too, but like if you wanted to go that same vein, but like a little bit more dirty, rugged.
Oh, Tanner! I was thinking about Tanner. He was on the list of people I was looking up. Yeah, good choice. Good choice.
Cannon. I also went with. Oh God.
Yeah. No, he was on my short list. Yeah.
I also went with Tom Hardy. You ever seen him with long black hair?
Yeah, but
I could see
rugged
Tom Hardy in the role.
That's what I said. I went down two different routes. If you wanted the rugged thing, and I also with the same.
He still looks like a kid, despite being his. Yeah, that Thomas kid is he's like 27. I thought he was like 18. But yeah, he still looks like he's super young.
And because of The Witcher, I also went with Cavill. I thought he could probably.
Too big.
Too big. Yeah.
He can get smaller.
But why would you want him smaller?
Why would you want him to lose? All right, so my Goodman Gray, I have never changed over the last 5 years. Goodman Gray, say it with me, good man, is Liam McLintry, who played Spartacus at the last couple seasons of Spartacus on the show there. He's perfect. He's got the perfect kind of laid back personality. He can play the I'm not afraid of anything. Who do you got?
I got Stephen Amell. I think that's how he's from Arrow. He was the Green Arrow.
Played Arrow.
He was the Green Arrow because he's not overly attractive.
They kind of look similar.
It's funny because when you said that earlier, I was like, they do kind of look very similar. But I was like, he's a good looking guy, but he's not overly good looking. He's just kind of average. He could blend in.
Do you got one for us there, Chaz?
I do.
Ooh, all right.
I went with Ricky Whittle from he played Shadow Moon in American Gods.
Oh, that's a good one.
I
like him a lot.
Yeah,
and it fits with him being partially Skinwalker. That really fits.
Yeah.
I could see that. I like him, man. I cannot believe that they didn't give us the final season.
I know. I was so upset about that.
They were one season away. Just finish it.
Yeah, I know, and I know Neil is trying to shop it to other networks, but it's probably not going to happen.
And there's a difference between the first season and then you're like, it was no good. We were going to the last season,
right? Yeah,
so good.
You could say the same thing about the Westworld. They did the same thing.
Westworld got real bad real fast.
I didn't. Well, you know what's funny? I didn't hate the last season that I watched. I didn't hate it, but it was a different show. It was a completely different show than the first two seasons.
Yeah.
So what? It wasn't a world out in the West.
It
wasn't
was
a West
just, it was in the real world. It turned into a sci-fi show, just a different sci-fi show. And it wasn't that it was bad. It just didn't have the same feel as Westworld.
Westworld turned into Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah, that's pretty much. Who do you got, Nathan?
I like Chaz's choice a little better than mine, but I went with Josh Holloway.
Very cheap.
I could see that.
He plays Rourke Morris on Yellowstone.
Oh, okay. I can get behind that one.
He's like,
I've been in the Yellowstone.
Okay. All right, guys. Donar Vadarung. So I had to find a place outside of Bob to put James Marsters.
Nope.
And this is where I have him at. I feel like we can get away with it. We can get away with him playing Donar.
Sorry, man.
That's bad, right?
I have to say, JR, I'm kind of disappointed. No, I'm kidding.
I was just trying to find a place to put James.
Hey, your heart was in the right place, dude. Your heart was in the right place. I love it.
I'm sure I'm gonna agree. There's probably more, more Vadarung looking people, but I was like, I'm just trying to find a place for him, and that was my place. Oh, who do we got, fellas? Chickless. Okay, I could see Chickless. Henry. Oh, who do we got? Henry Cavill over here.
As Morgan.
Morgan.
I really like Daniel Radcliffe as Butters. That's a really good one.
Daniel Radcliffe is a good pick for Butters. Sure,
I didn't have him on my list, but it was good.
Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe wasn't in my thought process for any of the characters, but
he was one of my picks for Butters. Yeah.
All right, so who did you get a pick for Donar?
Me?
For Vadarung?
Yeah, I did.
Who you got?
So I have one honorary pick because he's dead, unfortunately, and that is Christopher Plummer. He would have been perfect as Don. Like if you picture him, because he was the Klingon commander, like with the eye patch in Star Trek.
Oh yeah.
Star Trek
Okay.
Undiscovered Country. So, like, if you picture, like, he could pull off the role, and he's just this magnificent thespian, and I'm just so sad he's gone. So he
died.
Yeah.
Oh, just a few years ago.
Yep. He. Oh, okay. So, man, Narso, you stole my pick, man. No. Yeah. Ian McShane is my other pick, and I instantly thought of him because.
That's cheating. She's cheating too. Okay.
Because he played Mr. Wednesday in American Gods, right?
You all a bunch of cheaters.
Okay, well, I went with Anthony Hopkins because he's been Odin before.
You both cheating. See, I wanted to do. I wanted the actual Odin to play Odin, and the best way I could do that is casting the chameleon himself, Gary Oldman.
Okay.
Because he would make himself Odin. That dude can't help himself.
I could see that.
You know what's funny? Anytime I see him, I always see him from the Friends episode with Joey, where they're spitting in each other's faces. Jeff, if you're not spitting on people, then you're not doing it right. Oh my God.
So, also my thing with Ian McShane was, I mean, if you think of the John Wick movies, he plays a very Donar Vadarung type character in the John Wick movies. I mean, he just reeks of Donar to me. So
I mean, I would be happy with any of these picks. Like Ian McShane he's fantastic in anything he does. I loved him in Hercules. A lot of people don't remember that movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do like this idea.
That's true. Oh, we could have all of them. Oh man.
Good old
Anthony
Mantles.
Hopkins as Santa Claus. I like that.
I like it a lot.
All right, this will be a big one too. Who do we got for Mac? Who's brewing the most amazing beer in the world?
All right.
Who you got, Nathan?
That's who I put for Graham McTavish.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I was wondering. I was like, he was on my list for Mac too.
Mm-hmm.
My original pick for Mac 5 years ago was oh my god, just lost it. Hellboy. Ron Perlman.
Oh, Ron Perlman?
That was my original pick, but I've changed my pick since. So that's not my pick now.
Well,
Who
I
do you
see putting Perlman in there would be difficult because I just see him mouthing
He
off.
was my original pick for Morgan.
He was mine, but I went with Kevin Durant. He was in Legion, The Strain, and Dark Was the Night.
Everything.
He was like the exterminator in The Strain.
He's awesome.
Yeah, and I was
great.
like, I think he'd be good behind a bar. And
see, and I like she's getting close. She's close to picking right.
oh.
He was in the guy that needs to be picked was in The Strain, and his name is Corey Stoll.
Who's that? Which
The main character from The Strain.
He sucks. He's a bitch in the show, and I hate him.
Corey Stoll
Tell
is
us how you really feel.
Corey Stoll is the perfect Mac.
I mean, this is
I like
going to
this
go up
one.
on the internet. So, Corey, if you see this,
Okay,
I
yeah,
agree with her.
could see Jason Statham. I could totally see that.
I lost all respect for him when he did MODOK. He looks, it's awful.
Wait, Jason Statham wasn't MODOK.
No, Corey Stoll.
Although
okay.
Statham was on my short list too.
Yeah, MODOK. Yeah, they ruined MODOK in that movie.
Yeah, I agree with Jenny on that one. That's kind of why I picked him, because like he's got a good, like he's all his characters are like good guys at heart, but he's like 6'something" and he's just a big scary guy. I like that.
Yeah, but would he be willing to shave his head?
Oh, right there, bam.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, bitch. What?
Who you got, Chaz? Who's Mac?
So he's older, and so I get this wouldn't be a good fit necessarily, but Liam Cunningham, I would love to see him in that role. He played Davis.
Okay. Yeah, he's been in everything. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he could totally pull off, and he can do the ball. He can do the shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I know it was a long shot, and he's an older actor.
And he was he played a lot of action movies back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Did Nathan pick his wrong pick yet? Well,
yeah, he said.
I'm gonna choke you when I see you again.
Nathan, if you Venmo me $10, I'll hit him in the balls.
1 second.
Have you seen Kevin in my second favorite character he's ever played? Oh my gosh, where are we at? All right. Now, this was a hard one for me. Carlos Ramirez. My original pick for him back when I made this original was Taylor Lautner. But now I'm picking Gregory Diaz. He's been in a lot of stuff recently, but I'm not really tied to that pick. If anybody else has a better pick for Ramirez, I will go with you guys.
I picked the weird little kid from One Piece. If he bulked up and stuff, like, I think he would do good.
Well, I don't necessarily think Ramirez has to be super bulky.
Have you seen how tiny that kid is, though? Like, he's very tiny. Like, I think I can.
Edgar Ramirez. Okay, let's see. Edgar Ramirez.
Yes, him, Jenny. I couldn't remember his name.
Edgar Ramirez? Am I looking at the same guy? This cannot be the guy. As
46-year-old guy, Costa Rica Carlos, American Crime Story. That guy.
Yeah, that can't be right. Ramirez is like 20.
Nah, I like.
He's good looking. Hispanic. Aries and Clash of the Titans too. Does anybody else have a Ramirez that I can?
I like David Castaneda. He plays Diego Hargreaves in the Umbrella Academy.
Ooh, that's a good one.
What is he?
That's a good one.
Oh, but he's a little old for Ramirez.
Oh my God! All right, you know what? Let's not throw away good in the pursuit of great.
I like him though. I do like him though. Do you got one for us, Chaz? I
had one, but I because I wanted to go with like a good ethnic choice for the role, and so I just picked one at random because he's getting picked for everything, and that's Pedro Pascal, but he's too old for the role as well.
You know
so.
what? I'd allow it. 'cause
I
like it.
actually wouldn't have been mad if if you wanted to go with like swapping a little bit of Marcone and put him in there.
Yeah, I will say though, if the rumors are true and they do cast Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, I am going to throw down.
Oh come on, man! That's why do they do that?
Yeah, I'm going to be so pissed if they do actually do that.
I've given up on MCU after the last few movies. I just don't even care anymore. I can't even be mad. I just don't give a shit, and I think that's worse.
I enjoyed the Marvels. The Marvels was actually really good, with the exception of one scene that didn't really need to be there. But it was a fun movie, I thought. But yeah, they've kind of been hit or miss lately. So
Hey, that's the kid from Modern Family.
All right, so my pick for Will is Nolan Gold, and he was the son in Modern Family. He's got a baby face, so I think he can play 18-20 right now. And it's funny because when we were watching it, she was ahead of me, but she was like rewatching it, and I'm like, is he bulking up in the and he was still playing like a high schooler, but I'm like, he's got the gun show coming out now, and I'm like, yeah, he can play Will. Just kind of cover the arms up until Will goes, gets into college, and then bam, he's jacked again. Who do you got?
I got Michael Trevino. He was in the Vampire Diaries.
Of course, he was in the Vampire Diaries.
He's a little older, but like he was already a werewolf in it. So I'm like, why
He
not?
knows how to play a werewolf.
He knows how to be a dog.
Who you got, Nathan?
No one young enough. I think personality-wise, I think Miles Teller would be pretty good. He's the played the main character in Drumliner.
He's too suave.
Talking about Pedro.
Oh, Pedro's too suave.
He was also he was actually Reed Richards in the Fan Vorstick. So the remake that nobody watched.
I love it. Nobody watched.
Did you have a Will?
I didn't.
No. All right. Do we have a Butters?
Oh, of course.
Who you got, Nathan?
All right. Again, this was one where I had a few different ones. I think just from the raw look, Neil Grayson would nail the look for Butters.
Neil Grayson?
Yeah, he plays. Oh gosh, anybody watch Eureka, the show on Sci-Fi?
Yeah.
So he played Fargo. Something else he's in.
Grayson, is it Grayson Neil? No.
He plays Seth in iZombie. I don't know if anyone's watched that. Yeah, this dude's like not known for jack shit. Like, he looks like Butters would look.
Hey, that's where you can get them on the cheap.
Neil Grayson.
That's right.
No, I bet it's this kid. Canadian actor. Oh, okay. I could see that. I could see Neil Grayson.
Now, also, Jay Baruchel. You ever watch the movie This Is the End?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who's Jay in that? Seth's friend. The other main guy.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Yeah, he would
I like
act
that
like
one.
Butters. And then, if you want to go a little bit more high dollar and whatnot there, Elijah Wood, I think, would be pretty good.
Ooh, Elijah Wood would be really good.
My pick is Michael Cera.
Oh, God.
Okay, yeah. I've seen that one floated around.
So it wasn't just me.
So a lot of people are wrong. That's nice.
Dylan O'Brien. Okay, let's check out this Dylan O'Brien.
And my pick was Jonah Hill. Because I like Jonah Hill, and he's kind of a prick these days. But I think he could do the look. I think he's got it.
For Dylan O'Brien for Butters, he's way too good looking.
Oh no, he's nerdy cute though. I like
Butters
that.
is not supposed to be attractive at all.
Jenny, don't listen to him. He dumb.
That's one of those cases again where they're going to get.
They're going to be good looking.
Yeah. So,
Oh my
so my pick, and you guys are probably gonna laugh out loud at this and just hate it all to Kingdom Come, but I went with Jesse Eisenberg.
I like that.
No,
I like that.
No,
not
that would be
not-
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, not
That's
a bad
that's the
pick.
character he plays, and I say character because he doesn't play anything else. Every
Yeah.
single movie he's in, he's that.
he's super quirky, like in all of his and like
Yeah,
terrible.
and he has a
towards
twitchy,
Lex
he has a,
Luthor,
he has a
but
twitchy way of talking
he
that
does,
Butters
yeah.
does.
Mm-hmm. He could
I,
pull it
I,
off.
could, I could see that. That's a good pick. Do we have Sonya?
Yeah. I
Who you
went
got?
with where's he at?
Jack Quaid for Butters. Jack Quaid.
That's Dennis
Winston-
Quaid's kid
I went
from
with
The Boys.
Oh, he's tall.
He's
Isn't
too
he?
big,
Yeah.
but I like that.
He's got the right look and the right mannerisms, but he's huge.
So I went with Winston Duke.
Winston?
He plays Umambe or whatever from the Black Panther movies.
Oh, that's a
the-
good one.
Like the ape tribe's leader.
I think we picked the same guy. I think I picked the same guy. Yeah, the other tribe leader. Yeah. Yep. That's exactly who I picked.
Thou must. You
Yeah,
got
because
it.
he's big dude. He's like 6'5", like 250.
You can
Yeah.
put on a broken Russian accent and just sound like a badass.
Yeah, there we go.
I picked Jason Winston George. He's a soap opera star and on Grey's Anatomy
Yeah,
again.
he's been around forever.
But he's only what? Do you want to? I know where you live. I will shit in your mailbox. Don't make me.
Oh,
Sonya, of
Good
course,
luck.
should
They
be-
swiped him
Hey!
out.
Hey, yep. We got, of course.
Umbaku.
That's right.
Oh, Winston Duke. That's who I'm thinking of.
All right, so Joe didn't have one for this, and Chaz probably doesn't have one for this. But Kelsey, who did you pick for Faravax?
I actually picked the guy that played Spartacus, Liam, whatever. Is that his name?
You picked him?
I picked him.
I feel like Fairfax is an older guy, white hair, maybe.
Well, when
Nah,
I
I don't
closed
see that.
You're talking about the dragon guy, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. In my head, when I'm laying in bed thinking about him, I think about him as that.
Oh my
For
god.
me, it was Kevin McKidd.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. If anyone's
Ooh.
watched Rome, that's literally what I see is with Faravax.
Let me double check to make sure that because he is Oh, he's from Grey's Anatomy too.
Of course he is.
Oh, it all goes back to Grey's Anatomy.
It all goes back to Grey's Anatomy.
He's Scottish, and that's kind of hot. So I'm okay with that.
All right. Do we have listens to wind? Does anybody have listens to wind?
Oh, I thought
Yep.
hard about this one.
Did you get one?
No.
Yeah, it was a hard one for me too.
Oh, I picked a good one then.
But I picked Branscombe Richards, who played he's played a lot of stuff, but he was like way back in the day, Walker Texas Ranger. He was
Okay.
he was Walker's best friend back in the day. And it's
Okay.
funny, he's only I don't even think he's 60 yet, so he must have been really he must have always looked old.
Yeah.
for-
See, and I don't know the actor's name, but like way back in the day, the Native American fellow from Poltergeist 2 would totally be who I see as listens to wind.
I can see that. Adam Beach. Okay, Adam Beach. Let's see this. Adam Beach.
While you're looking that up, I went with Chasky Spencer. He was in Twilight, and that's about the only thing I know him from. But I was like,
You know what?
he's 48.
That's
Yeah,
pretty young
great.
for somebody that's supposed to be like 300 years
Dude.
old.
Dude, check this out. I actually like their pick there, Adam Beach. But check this out. He's 51 years old. He does not crack. That is look at that.
Wow.
I was partial to Wes Studi or Studi or I don't know.
Played Slipknot as Indicious massively under.
What was your pick?
Wes Studi. He was in Penny Dreadful. Who did he play?
Oh, that was a good show.
He
Yeah.
played Kate and
Oh, that is a good one.
Okay, yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a good one.
Now, I don't have a Mother Winter or Mother Summer. Do you got one?
Oh, yes.
I know.
Of course I do.
Okay.
Okay, I got Jessica Lange as Winter, and then I got Frances Conroy. They're both from American Horror Story. Like the Coven season was like their main season.
Oh boy.
And like
If you didn't notice that we like American Horror Story, right?
and like they're just I don't know. I just think if you ever watch them act, I think they would do pretty good.
I wouldn't be mad at those picks. Did you get a Mother?
I had a Mother Winter. I couldn't think of Mother Summer, but Mother Winter. I want the lady that played Alana Martell in Game of Thrones.
Good
Oh,
pick.
that's a good one.
Yeah, not Martell. Yeah, is it Martell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, Helen Mirren.
Yeah, the woman who was like, I want Cersei to know it was me who killed Joffrey.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yep.
I actually, it's funny. I have a British actress for Mother Summer, but I didn't write her down because I'm like, she's 88. But the lady who played M in the the new James Bond movies.
Judi Dench, she is awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know she was that
will
old.
watch
She's like
her.
88.
I will watch her eat soup. I will. I will.
She's awesome.
Judi Dench is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're doing both summer and winter at the same time. right.
Yeah, I guess I kind of did
So
that. My bad.
Yeah, I didn't really have one except for I thought she would be great as Summer, but
So remember, I told you I tried to keep Mother's Summer. Or sorry, Mother. Like the mothers, Mab, Maeve. I tried to keep them all looking relatively similar. So Mother Summer, I liked Emma Thompson. She's
okay, I could see that. Yeah.
Oh gosh, what's she from?
okay.
She's that
that's a good
crazy
one.
teacher from
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah.
I couldn't find anyone that fit the criteria for Mother Winter because I wanted somebody that was just had a lot of presence, crabby as hell, but like with
Maggie
lots.
Smith,
Oh yeah,
Well, I
Maggie
really-
Smith
I
would
really
be
like
good
this one.
too.
That's who I picked.
Diane Lane.
That's a good one.
What's the lady who was in most of the Jurassic Park movies?
Which
That was the love interest in the first movie.
oh
Well, she's like 60 now.
Oh, I guess she is. I guess
Laura
people
Dern.
our age.
Dern. Laura
Laura
Dern,
Dern,
right?
I wouldn't mind her
I
for
never
winter.
cared for her.
She was not my jam. All right, guys. I think we have worked our way through most of them. So if you've made it to the end, we are now on Harry, who I think is really the hardest person to. Mad War Titanic. Yep. We talked. That was in there. Awesome. But Harry is so hard to pick. He's always been hard for me to pick.
Nope, it's easy.
I had a guy initially.
I would like to preface what bullshit's going to come out of his mouth. I suggested this guy to him before he's seen this guy, and he agreed.
Yeah.
So before he takes the credit, I just
Well-
wanted to let you guys know the real story.
Well, the only problem with this guy is he has I want to say how do I say this?
He likes what he likes, okay?
He has a kink, and it might be eating people, which got
Army
him in
Hammer?
trouble. Army Hammer. Like, I watched interviews of Army Hammer, and I'm just like, this is Harry. He's freaking hilarious. I'm like, why did you have to go and get in trouble? Like,
He was my second pick.
he's like 6'4", 6'5". You know, he's a pretty tall guy.
He was my pick for the longest time, and then, Euphoria came around, and I got Jacob Elordi. Like, he is
He's a good pick. This guy's a good pick.
he's only 26. He's
I
like
could see that.
he's what 6'5", 6'6", or something
Yeah.
crazy. So like I really like him, and he does like real serious villain stuff, and then he's like kind of a teeny bopper in another show. So it's like he's got a wide range at least.
So who do you got, Chaz?
Mine was Jared. Yeah,
Jared was my original pick. Like,
I mean, I
when
know he's
when I
older and it
first
wouldn't
started-
work, but hey,
Yeah, when I first started thinking about this stuff years ago, Jared was like number one pick. Although Nathan hates it.
He's too old.
I mean,
Well,
I don't know. I
and
can't help but see Sam.
They could always see about casting the guy that played the younger version of him in that new show that never took off. The Supernatural spinoff. They could
Yeah.
always try
The
go in that
Winchesters?
direction, but
Why you want the physical embodiment of toxic boyfriend for Harry?
Well, what?
Who did you pick?
I didn't say. I said that I picked Army Hammer as my second pick because we were talking about it because it was his first pick.
You know what? Who cares if he eats people sometimes? He just talked about it. He didn't actually eat anybody. He just liked the idea.
He took a nip, not a real bite. It's okay.
All right. Who lost a finger? Who lost a toe? I mean, as far as I know, no one lost any digits.
Have you seen what he looks like? I might lose a pinky or toe. I might lose a pinky toe to him. I mean,
It's like, is it worth the sacrifice?
yes.
All right, who you got, Nathan? Bring it home.
All right. So I had always my favorite pick. He's aged out now, which is a damn bitch. But Lee Pace. I've always enjoyed Lee Pace as
Lee Pace wouldn't have been a bad choice.
yeah, Lee Pace would be a good choice. Yeah.
Second one was Army Hammer, and of course, because he was the only good part of the actual show, I will always put Paul Blackthorne down on there. If he was actually good.
Yeah, he's a good actor for sure. JR, I'm really disappointed. I'm really disappointed because we went this whole stream and not once did Shiro come up. We got the other Knights of the Cross, but we didn't do Shiro. Come on, man.
That's true. The reason I didn't think about Shiro is because he's only in one book, and now why you got to bring up Shiro? Now you got me all in the feels.
Now he's gonna cry. Thanks.
Did you pick Shiro, or are you just trying to get to me, Chaz?
No, I did pick Shiro. I was waiting. I'm like,
who do you got for Shiro?
So and this is a guy that when he's in shows, he's not in them very long. He has bit parts in shows usually. Like, okay, so Hiroyuki Sanada. He played Dogen in Lost. He was the temple guardian in Lost. He played in Mortal Kombat, in the newest Mortal Kombat movie. He played
oh man, no, you could
Scorpion.
Tell this guy would be fantastic, but he's absolutely pigeonholed in his roles. He is at this point in Hollywood, he is known as badass Japanese man. You need a badass Japanese man, you pick this guy. He was fantastic in John Wick 3, or was it 4?
Oh yeah,
4.
Yeah.
He was fantastic in that too. I mean, but he was.
He's an Iron Chef. He was the host for the original for the Iron Chef. Yeah.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Ken Watanabe would be good too. I saw that pop up. But I'm all over
47 Ronin.
Sonata.
Yeah, 47 Ronin's amazing. Yeah. Oh man. Well, thank you, Chaz, Nathan, my wife.
My wife.
So lovely to have you on the stream. This was cool.
It was fun.
Yeah. Thank all of you who popped in and out, and Jenny and Narcel who've been here for like the whole thing, which is awesome. And anybody on the replay, put it in the comments after we're done. If you're on the replay,
you need to know your picks.
Yeah, pick them. You know what? Make the whole list and then put them in the comments. We'll all jump on there and tell you how wrong you are, and it will be fun. But yeah, this is great. Anytime we can talk about Dresden, can't wait. The new book is at like 28% done. I think that's what it says on Jim Butcher's thing.
Man, I can hardly wait.
So I'm hoping we'll have it by the end of next year. Christmas, Jim, if you want to have it out by Christmas, I'll get myself a nice autographed copy of it.
At least we know he's not a George R. R. Martin, man. He's not holding out 10 years on us.
I mean, we got we got The Law, and then we got The Olympian Affair. So he's pumping them out. Warrior Born. So yeah, he's making up for the little bit of lost time in there between the last two. So Yeah, he's not going to pull a Rothfuss on us and then tell us to pay some money to this charity and then disappear with it without giving us the first chapter. No shots at Patrick Rothfuss. All right, guys. Well, thank you all for jumping on, and we'll do it again soon.
Yeah.